Okay, so what happens if you get the name before giving birth and it comes out that you got a female name and then you have a boy?
Now that's a very interesting, debate that was happening between like the people here. So we have a very popular temple in the central part of Bhutan called the Fertility Temple. It's actually there people used to go and get the name, and then the naming are done in a paper. It's a small bunch of paper that maybe like they will be having 20 papers, and that all the names are put together. So you randomly just put the string out and then you don't know which name comes out. So we just take it as a blessing. But then once you give birth to the child, then we again go back to the temple and then we change the name and we say like, can we have a female name? So we keep the first name. We try to change the second name to make it look more feminine. Like you can see 10 Kezang together, you will see Yankee, you will see Pema, Tsiring, Tashi. These are some of the common names that you see. So we have hundreds of people with same name. Yeah.
And then you have to get another name in order to differentiate two people.
Yes, some of the families are generous to do that. But then for me, I just have the name, single name, Kesang. So when I travel to some place on my passport, it says Kesang, Kesang. So they write it twice. But with the one who are more generous, their parents actually take them to a temple and then they get an additional name on it.
Can you explain a little bit what happened? Because for me, it was surprising that when we got here, we had Kesang as a female and another Kesang male. So we were like, how come? So they were explaining they have female names, male names, and neutral names. And Kesang comes to be a neutral name,
yes,
right? So it can be
yes,
applied for both. So at the middle of the excursion, she decided to put the Yankee before Kesang so we could differentiate them when we were calling them. So that was pretty interesting, right? Curious.
yeah.
And I want you to explain, like here, it wasn't like a system to register birth, right?
Yes.
Can you share a little bit?
Here, what happened was like the medical facility, we are like a little underdeveloped. The hospital facilities are there. People who go to hospital, they're registered, but most of the parents give birth at home. So now the funny thing is when they give birth at home, they don't have enough time to go to the hospital or, to do the registration. So until the child gets like 1 month, or they take the child for a vaccination, so they don't do much of the thing. So when they go to do the registration, they don't know exactly when the child was born. So they'll just say like, okay, yeah, it's born on that. So most of the child are given the date of birth, like, when they do the registration, they are given 1st January. So it's very common for Bhutanese, like especially nowadays our parents are more careful. But the elderly, you will see more of them having the same date of birth. So don't be surprised. We have 0101 with the same name, hundreds of them.
And I was asking, what do you do if you have a classroom and you have 10 people that are named the same and with the same birth date,
Yeah.
right?